This conference will now. This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. So I hope everyone can see my screen right now.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So the next one we are, I think, have also done this. Okay. We'll go for this. So new, it is Control N. Open, I've done. So, giving a protection to file, we have done. So I have to start from this add a digital signature. So to do this digital signature, we must have a identity for which, that means I must have an administrator rights. If not, I need to make a purchase, sign in. Okay, I need to make a purchase by submitting few documents to MS Store, Microsoft Store. Only then I can get the digitalized signature. I hope you would have done some kind of work to upload your documents through the online where you sign on a white paper, take a pic and upload it. You send it to on a WhatsApp or a group with somewhere when there's someone is asking you for a sign. The same way, there will be a requirement of a document where you will be signing on a white paper. Take it as a photo, that is which is converted into JPEG or PNG format, and then they will convert this signature in a digital format and give it to you. So how this is used, where it is used, if I have to say, going to fill an application form. On the application form, I need the signature of my manager. But my manager can't stay always here, right? My manager cannot stay here always. He will be going for other cities, other countries based on meeting, projects, something like that. So wherever a sign is required, I can insert that signature. Or I can give you one more example. Have you seen this rupees currencies? 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 100 rupees, 500 rupees, whatever currency it is. In the between, at the bottom, you can see a governor's signature. A governor's signature you can see. That means there is no governor comes and signs in every currency notes. At the period when the note was printed, whoever was the governor, they will come and they will be giving the signature by digital format, which is will be printed on your currency notes. And the last one, mark as final. This is where all my work will be done, and I'm marking that as a marked as final. When I mark it, it says that the author is marking it as final. So I don't want to mark it as final. So if you are marking as final, you have to click this in order to edit it, in order to type it, edit anyway. Okay. So say example, I'm giving here mark as final. That means all my work is done. I have nothing to do here. I've done here. Now see, I'll go for sheet one. Let me type something. No. Whichever the cursor, whichever the place I'm giving, I can move it, but I'm not able to type at the same time. When I click on this edit anyway and try to type, I can do it. So this is you're just marking as in final till here your work is done. There is nothing to edit it. So in that case, we are preparing this. So okay. So for this mark as final or protecting a document, we have no shortcut keys. Okay, we have a shortcut keys here which I've already given for new to open a new file. We'll be using control with N, and to open an existing file, we will use control plus O. And then the next one is you have an option here as save. I think I've already given you a shortcut key. Other than this, you also have a save as. So save where I will be giving a shortcut key as Control S. This Control S option I can see here. So here I have a save option, right? Save option I can see here. On the top, quick access toolbar. Here I have a save as, that is save option, Control S. And then I'll go to File tab. I have an option here also, save. Both the places we have, if not, I can also use the shortcut keys, Control plus S. And then we have an option here as save as. Now, what is the difference between the save and save as? Can anyone say?
Ma'am, I guess save as is like
Can anyone?
you give a proper file name for the work that you have done. Save, I guess, in between any editing that you do, that will be saved in the same file, whatever you've edited in.
Okay. Okay, to give a name, I will be using a save as. Yes, you're right. Okay, but not only that method I'll be using. See, I'm typing in this file. So that means whatever I'm editing, I'm doing a data entry to keep all the content, whatever I have made yet till now, as it is in this file, I'll use Control S. But I have one more thing. The same file, I want to save it in another name or the same file before I give a save as save the file, it'll ask you to give a name. So that means we are using for giving the name to a file. Okay, another name or give a name to a file. Okay, this is fine. There is one more thing what I can do here is I'll just remove this from here and I'll paste it. Right? Now I can give another name and I can save this file in another location also. Wherever I need, I can do it. This also I can do. If not, I can also save it in another format. Another format. So I have to give a name, to change the location, to change it to another format other than Excel I want to save it. So in this three cases, you will use this save as. You are not going to use all the three activities together. Okay, whereas you can try any one method whichever you want. Now what I will do is I'll click on this save as. So I'm going for the folder. Okay, I'll go to the desktop, MCC college. Here I have already a document. Now what I will give here as I'll give some other name. Say example, I'll give it as NICT. Okay, I'll save it in the desktop itself, the same folder, but I'm changing the format. So see here, you can see all these formats are supported. Whichever the format you would like to save In that format, you can save this document. So here I'm going to choose PDF and save this file. Sorry, girls. So I can give it in another name. Done. Another location, another format. Now what we have done in an saving by NICT name in another location. See, the file is already opened, right? So this file is already opened in an PDF format. Let me close this. I'll also show you once again. I'll go for the sheet 1 where we have done this, right? Again, let me go for file, save as, MCC. So here I'll give it as MCC 123. So again, I'm changing this to CSV file. CSV file will be looking like same as your Excel file itself. So let me give here as the same thing, PDF, and I'm saving this. Now see, my file, I've got it in my this format. Or you want to give only the name and change it the location? Yes, you can do that also. Then what else I can do? Can I use any shortcut keys for this save as? Then the answer is yes. You have to use F12. You have to use F12. Let me F12. I'm getting this. So I'll give here as demo. I'm saving in an Excel file itself. Save. So see, you can see this file. I'll close here. You can see MCC College, NICT, MCC College Demo, MCC 123, the PDF, right? So you can give wherever you want, whichever the format you want, that you can give it here. So save as and save are the two different things. Okay, save as and save are the two different things. So now what I did here, I have given the typing. Now which year we have typed something, so it is available here. Whereas when I go for, let me close this file is MCC College Demo. I'm closing this. Now see here, it is not available because I didn't type here. Whatever the content I'm going to type here, that will be saved here when I use Control S. But when I'm giving with another name, another format, I will be using F12. Is that clear to everyone? Anybody has a doubt?
No, ma'am.
Say yes, no, say something.
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Now we'll go for the next option here. Print. Print. So we will discuss everything about the print here. You can directly go on this file tab, click on this print, take the printout however you want. Next one, I can also use Control P for print. Control P for print. Okay. Now, when I press Control P, here is something. Okay. I have an option here as print. If I, excuse me, if I click on this, automatically the printout of the copies will come out. How much ever copy I am giving here. After giving the number of copies, I can click here. You can either increase, decrease. If not, you can also type anything. It is your wish. Okay. Now I'll give here as one thing. But what it is saying me, it is only showing me the second sheet where I am working. It is not showing me anything about the sheet 1. Now see here, I'm in sheet 2. When I go for this control P, see the number of pages available here is only 1. Number of pages, number of papers on which it is going to print is only 1. I have nothing else here. And now again, I'll go back. I'll select the sheet 1. Again, control P. Now it shows me 2 pages. Here, I have a 2 pages. See, this is what it is coming in a second page. But the first, again, the sheet 2 is not showing. Why? Because here what has been selected? Print active sheet. So, which sheet is been selected? Only that is going to get printed. Okay. Control P. Now here you have one more option. I'll come to this again. You have here also one more option saying that as printer. You have one option here as printer. From which printer you would like to take a printout. So from which printer you would like to take a printout, you can select from here. And here I have a print active sheet, which means it only prints the page which I have selected or where my cursor is there. Wherever my cursor is been given, that one, control P, so only that page is getting printed. If I want all the sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, whatever I'm having, all the sheets I need to take a printout. Then what I have to do? I'll go for the settings and I have an option here as drop down. Print entire workbook. You have an option here as print entire workbook. Select this. So now can you see your page numbers? Instead of 1 to 2, it has changed to 1 of 3. Let me go for the second page, third page. So you can see the third page where it is sheet 2. So this is how you will be selecting. You will be selecting your requirements. Again, control P. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, so you would have understood this. What is the use of print active sheet? What is the use of print entire sheet? And I have an option as print selection. I am getting nothing. Why? I have placed my cursor on a blank cell. Now what I'll do, I'll just go here. From this quick access tool, this area I'm selecting only about the quick access tool. I'll click here, hold the shift key. Okay, select towards the right, that is arrow key I'm using. Come down by using the down arrow key. After this, press Ctrl P. Go for this print selection. See here, the area which I've selected only that is going to get printed. It's not going to print the other things what I've typed in my sheet. So that is how we'll be using print selection. Only the area what I have selected. Only the area what I have selected. So that is active sheet, entire workbook, print selection. Now let me give this as workbook itself, entire workbook. I have a 3 pages. In case assume that I have sheets. I have some 10 sheets. Now among this, control P. Among this, control P, I want to take a printout from 1 to 4. So I can give like this. Or I want to take it from 4 to 8 pages, 4th sheet to 8th sheet I want to take a printout so that you can give it here. Okay, in case if you want from which number to which number, that sheet numbers you can mention here. Is that clear now? Did you understand
Yes,
this?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You have something called as print. Thank you. So let's continue. Print, active sheet, print, entire workbook, then I have print selection. These three we have done. And printing range. That is number of pages from where to where we have done. So number of pages to be printed.
Excuse me,
From
ma'am.
where to where.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me, ma. Tell me, ma.
Ma'am, have you shared your screen or is it just not visible to
Tell me,
me?
tell me.
Ma'am, have you shared your screen or is it just not visible
Uh,
to me?
It's shared.
the screen is blank.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am, your
ma'am, the
screen is
screen is
not visible.
blank.
Everyone are seeing the blank screen?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. How about now?
It's okay,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
now.
Now it's shared.
Tell me how about now? Okay, from
Yes,
where
ma'am,
you
it's
didn't see the
visible.
screen, ma?
Ma'am, the
Please
printing
check range.
range.
No, I'm asking you from where you couldn't see it.
Ma'am,
Printing
printing
range.
range.
Okay. So control P. I'm showing you. So here, say pages. I'll give here from 4th page to 7th page or 8th page I want to print. That range I'll give. Out of 10 pages, I want only 4th to 8th pages. I'm giving the range here and then I will take a printout. That is where to where printing range you will be giving. Now, next one. Again, I'll go for control P. So you have something here called as collated and uncollated. Okay. What I'll choose here is I need 3 number of copies. Let me take it as 4 number of copies. I'm having here number of sheet 3. If I choose here collated, if I choose here as collated, let me press escape. If I'm choosing here as a collated, what will happen? So I'm giving here, I'm 3 sheets, right? 3 sheets, that means 3 pages is going to get printed. And I need 4 copies. Okay, so what will happen if I'm choosing this as a collated? The number of copies I've given is 4. I'm having 3 pages. So it will take first page, second page, third page, print. Okay,
Excuse me,
and
ma'am,
then
your voice
again,
is
second
breaking.
number of copies, second set of a copy, third set of a copy, fourth set of again today. Okay, how about now, ma? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
See, so when I choose this as a collated, thank you, fine. Okay, when I'm choosing here as collated, the copies which I've given is 4. So I have a continuation of first page, second page, third page. Like this, I have a set. First set of a copy, second set of a copy, third set of a copy, fourth set of copy. That means I'll be getting sets of copy. Okay, set of a copy I will get. But when I'm choosing here as the uncollated, okay, uncollated, what will happen? The same situation, where I have a 3 pages but 4 set of copies I wanted, what will happen? It will give me the 4 copies, which is the first page 4 times. Okay, second page 4 times, third page again 4 times, which means we don't have a continuations of this. Okay, single page is printed based on number of copies you have given. Okay, based on number of copies you have given, on that basis it is going to take a printout. It is going to take a printout. But here, how much ever the number of copies I'm giving, it arranges in come. Okay, so where I'll get each and everything in an order, I don't have to arrange it. So 3 pages, okay, where I'm having here only 3 pages, so I'll remove this. So first page I'm getting 4 copies, second page I'll get 3 copies, 4 copies, again the third page I'll get a 4 copies. Okay, so I'll be getting like this. So this is how you mean to say, like you will be saying this as collated and uncollated. Collated, your set of copies will be arranged. Uncollated, your set of papers will not be arranged. Let's go for print again. The next option we will see portrait and landscape. You have a page orientation. You have something called as page orientation. Page orientation. So here we have a portrait and landscape. What is this portrait? Portrait means you will take a printout of a page in a vertical format. Your paper, that is, your set of a paper will be in a vertical format. Landscape will be in an horizontal. Okay, horizontal format where your paper will be. Let me show you this. Okay, Control P. See, can you see this preview? This kind of preview is called as portrait and this is called as landscape. Horizontally is called as landscape. Okay, Control P. If you have
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
it out, you choose here.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
My voice is breaking.
That
Ma'am, we can't hear you, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. We are not able to hear you, ma'am.
Did you people add any disturbance in the class now? Like where you all add like,
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, you
ma'am.
were not
am I
audible
Yes,
not
only.
audible
ma'am.
to you all? Oh my
Ma'am,
God. From where you didn't
we
hear
weren't
now?
we weren't able to hear you after portrait. Like just after portrait, when you shifted to the Excel sheet, from
After.
there we didn't hear you, and the screen also went blank, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me come back again. Okay. Here I have something called as portrait. Portrait is your vertical order and where landscape is your horizontal format of taking a printout. Portrait and landscape. Okay. Portrait I have like this vertical format and landscape is horizontal. You can see here with an example also. Portrait is vertical, landscape is horizontal. I'll go for portrait. And which paper size I'm going to use for taking a printout? Legal size, legal document size, A3 size, the highest size, A4 sheet size, A5 size, any of this you can select it. Any doubt till here? Girls,
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
I'll go for the next one. Again, Control P. Now see this paper. On the top, you have a gap. On the left side, you have a gap. On the right side, you have a gap. Again, at the bottom, you have a gap. So, how much gap you want on all the four sides? For this, you will be using margin. Margin. So, this is a normal margin which we are seeing for a paper. We'll go for narrow. See how much it is adjusting the space on all the side. If I go for
Ma'am, your voice is breaking a lot, ma'am.
have a
Ma'am, we are not able to hear you, ma'am. Ma'am, we are not able to hear you. The screen is also not visible, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, are you there?
Is ma'am audible to others or is it just me?
No, we are not
It
able
is
to
not
hear
audible to
us,
anybody.
ma'am.
I hope girls now you can hear me very clearly. In case if you have any problem again with the network, please let me know. Okay, I've changed my network. Clear? So let me continue. So before I continue, you please tell me from where you didn't hear me again.
Talking about the portrait and the landscape now.
Again from the same thing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So portrait is nothing. This is your vertical format, how your paper will appear. Landscape is your horizontal, how your paper is going to appear. This is two things. Okay. Portrait, vertically you will be taking a printout. Landscape, you will be taking a horizontally. And then you have one more option here, paper size. Which paper size you are
Ma'am,
using?
ma'am, I'm
Yes,
sorry to
ma'am.
say, but like I cannot hear anything. I mean, I cannot see anything, ma'am.
The screen is shared, ma. I can see it. You want me to
Yes, ma'am.
reshare?
Now it came, ma'am. Now it came, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So portrait, vertical, landscape, horizontal. Other than this, we have something called as paper size, which paper size I am using to take a printout. So that paper size I will select it. And then I have a margin. By default, I will be having a margin on the top, on the left, at the bottom, and on the right side. Four sides I will be having this margin. Now you can select whichever the side you want to give it. So by default you have a normal the gap, but in case if I choose this wide, see automatically the gap is adjustment on for all the four sides. Then you have a narrow, okay, narrow margin. Now you can see what is the margin on all the sides. How much ever the margin you would like to give, this you can select it here. In case I have nothing, I am not going to use any of these three. I want to do my own margin settings. Then you can go for custom margin, right? You can go for custom margin. Here, whichever the side you would like to increase, that side you can increase it. I'll click on OK. Now see, automatically based on my customization, the margin has been adjusted. But default, you will be having a normal margin. This normal margin or any margin you are taking, you will be having a four options on the top, on the left, at the bottom, and on the right side. Only four sides we can adjust our margins, but we cannot adjust on which side? Center. At the center, we have no option to adjust the margins. Only we can adjust on the four sides of all the corners. This is my left, bottom, okay, on right and on the top. This is what you have. Top, left, bottom, right. And then you have a gap for your headers and footers also. Then next one, scaling, right? You have an option as scaling. So here scaling, now what is my page, which page I'm using? So I'm going to use, okay, let me come for this sheet number 1 itself. Okay, when I go to print, control P, okay, this is where it ends. So I have 4 pages. I'll go for this, and this. 4 pages I have for print. Okay, okay, let me give only the active sheet, only the sheet number 1. I have 2 sheets to take a printout. I want all these things to be printed in one single sheet. Then I'll go for this fit on one page. Fit on one page. So everything will come in one page. But you also make sure that how many number of rows you have, how many number of columns you have. Okay, suppose since I have data given like this, I'm taking it. In case I have lot of rows like this, too many rows I'm having, all these columns from A to M or N, all these things I want to fit it in one page, then I will choose here as fit to fit all columns on one page. Like this I'll choose. If I have a rows, then I will ask fit all rows to one page. Since I have only few things, I'm selecting here as fit everything to one page. So like this, you can take a printer. Now you can see this also. See, one of one, only one page it is going to take. If I say it as no scaling, it will continue here. See, after this shift M, control shift M, I also gave you some other things as Windows D. This is going for the next sheet. So if I choose here as fit sheet on one page, this is going to take it in one place itself. Means on one sheet I can take a printout of everything. Anybody has a doubt? Anybody has a doubt now in a printing? Can somebody respond me?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, could you just share the Excel sheet where you wrote about the print so that we can just write down the points?
Okay. So if you have any doubt, you just let me know. I'll repeat those things once again. So from here, okay. From here the print starts. Wherever you feel like you have a doubt, you please ask me. I'll let you know. Or you can also do one thing, just
Ma'am,
take a screenshot of this. We can continue. Then you can make a note of this. Somebody wants to ask me a question?
I didn't understand that collated, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
See, here, okay, take this 1 and 2 sheet. I want to take a printout now. Okay. So when I want to take a printout, okay, I have 3 sheets. 3 sheets or 2 sheets I'm having. Now, this assume that I have made a work. I have made my work in 3 pages. Okay, my work is getting captured in 3 pages, which I need to take a printout. So when I choose this as collated, what will happen? I need the 3 pages to take a printout, but I need 4 copies. Okay, I need 4 copies. So the first page, second page, third page. One set of a copy I will get again, the second set of a copy. One page, two page, third page. So all the third page again second set of a copy, third set of a copy, fourth set of a copy I will get. Where I have a continuation from one to third page continuously I'll get one by one. But when I choose this as uncollated, I don't have a continuation. I gave 4 copies for 3 pages. Only the first page I'll get 4 copies. Then only the second page I'll get a 4 copies. Only the third page I'll get 4 set of copies. So that is what single pages you will be getting based on number of copies what you are giving. Understood now?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Okay. What else you have about anybody? Anybody has a doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay then. So finally, so print is done. After print, see again the same, whatever the settings we have done so far, the same thing you will be having in page setting, right? Margins, page size, headers and footers, how many sheets you want to take, whether you want this grid lines, all these things you will be having. Grid lines means with the boxes. Okay, you will have this, right? Grid lines I don't want. So the cells if you want, if you don't want those things. In a black and white I want. So those things you will be giving. Anyhow, we'll come to this later. Again, we are going to discuss this in a page layout. So whatever I've explained till here, the same option is given in your page layout also. Again, you will be having the same option in page layout. So whatever I have covered so far, I'll ignore this. Remaining option I will be covering in a page layout. Okay. So share. Share is nothing but where I am going to share this document with the people or through the mail, anything. People means where I am going to share it on my website, or we will be having some groups of accounts and MS Outlook where I can share with. So if I just choose this email also, whether I'm sending as an attachment, whether I'm sending as a link, any of this you can choose it. Say example, I'm sending as a PDF, but this to send here from directly, you must have to do what? You must have your Microsoft Outlook mail ID logins. Okay, only then you can share this file. If I want to share this to some other person through a mail, means in case if I'm using some other mailing server, say example Gmail I'm using, Yahoo I'm using, or Rediff, any other mail ID I'm using to send a mail using those network, what I will do here is, okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a option Outlook. If I'm using the some other software, I'll just log into my mail ID, attach the document and send. And export is also similar, converting, saving the document in PDF or XPS format, which we have seen as save as. See here, save as, but here you have only two options. Wherever you want, you can save this. PDF and XPS. Again, let me go here. Then what else have? Okay. Export is done. Publishing, if I want to upload this to my website, that is Power BI. There is one more software which is called as Power BI, which is it is a tool for publishing my document with the charts work. Okay, online census report you would have seen, online sales report you would have seen. Automatically there will be changes in the chart, changes in a chart. You would have seen in the matches also, cricket match, where they will show you what is the strength, how much it has gone, how much, where it has increased, what is the distance of this pitches falling ball, for four how many, for sixes how many, 2 runs, 1 runs, those thing and all. So like this, if I have to publish, I'll be using this. And about the close, I've already told you, right, about closing a window and closing the file. Alt F4 to close a file, Control W to close the window. And this is my account details, who's the owner of this MS Office, and what are the
Excuse me,
products
ma'am,
that
your
is
voice is
available.
breaking.
Again, oh my god. Tell me now, am I audible to you? Girls, am I audible to you now again?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Okay. So then, if you want to give a feedback about your MS Office tools, you can give here. The last one is options, which is related to settings. In this, we are not going to do everything. I'm just going to show you two things. Save auto recovery information. By default, you will have a 10 minutes, but I'm going to make it for 1 minute. Why this is used? What is the use of this? That means, say I am using an Excel sheet where I'm working here on MCC college worksheet. When I'm working on this MCC college sheet. Continuously, I'm typing something. I'm doing some data entry and I forgot to save here. I have forgotten to save. Continuously, I am making an entry. When I'm making an entry, when I forget this, say example, there was some power fluctuation, my desktop gets turned off, switch off, or my laptop if I'm using, there was no charge, suddenly it got shut down. Okay, some changes will happen where my data will get vanished because I didn't save it. So this MS Office is giving one more support as auto recovery file. Auto recovery file. So here automatically it will recover every 10 minutes after. So in that 10 minutes, how much work I've done, I won't be knowing it. So if you keep it as 1 minute, every 1 minute it will automatically update. It will automatically update. So that is what. So if it is automatically taking a recovery file and it is storing, where it is storing? So it is storing in C drive, user, roaming, Microsoft Excel. This is a place where your auto recovery file will be given. If you want to change it, you can change it. Okay, default location of your documents. Default location, whenever you save, by default where it will take you on desktop. I mean documents. It is for me and it depends on you which you have given. What is my file name? MCC College. So this is how I have given. And the next one is I'm going to show you about customized ribbon. So these are the one which we have already seen here in our Excel. In our Excel. So I told you what are the tabs, what are the ribbons we have. The same thing you have here also. What are the tabs and what are the ribbons you have. The tabs is given a tick mark and then you again below that you have a sub point. Say example home, I'll click on this. Clipboard group, font group, alignment group, number group. So say here, okay, suppose which I'm into page layout. Okay, let me show you about the page layout itself. So page layout, I have a themes. You can see the themes here. I have a page setup. I have a page setup here. So whatever the groups you have, under this group, whatever the options you have has been given. Has been given. Okay, if you want to remove any options, you can remove it, but I'm not going to do this. I'll go for the quick access toolbar. This I've already shown you. To add or remove by right click, there is one more option here. Say example, I want to use this fill colors. I'll select this, add, it comes here. I want to use format cell. So again, add. I want to use freeze pane. Then add. Then I'll click on OK. See, whatever I have added, you will get here. You will find here. Did you understand what I was doing now? Anybody has a doubt? You can see here, whatever I've added. Fills I've added. Okay, inserting a formatting a cell I've done. Then freeze pane I've added. So all these things has been listed. In case if I have to remove, I can use the previous method which I taught you, right click, remove from quick access toolbar, or I will go for this options, quick access toolbar, select this, remove. Select and click on this remove option, whichever you would like to remove. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please tell me, girls. If anybody has a doubt, please let me know. At least respond me whether you understood or you didn't understand anything.
Ma'am, I wasn't able to understand the topic which you did now.
Which one, ma? Quick access tool.
Yes, ma'am.
Quick access tool means whichever I'm going to use frequently, it will be added here. So one method I'll show you here. If I want to use this frequently, I'll right click and add. So it comes here. Background. If I want to use spelling checking, right click, add to quick access toolbar. It has been added. In case if I have to remove, right click, remove from quick access toolbar. The same thing, I also have the same option here also, quick access toolbar, where in my file tab, you have to go to file and then an option. Then here you have an option as access toolbar. So the one which I have added here, you can see, suppose I want to use this, I'll add it. To be listed on the top menu, I'm adding this. Okay, then click on OK. See, whatever the option I've added, you can see this. In order to remove, the same again, from the File tab, go to Options, select Quick Access Toolbar, select the option which you don't need, remove it. Select and click on Remove. Remove. Now I'm going to save this. Now see, those things has been removed. Clear now? If I want to
Yes.
save this file, I'll click on the Save. That means it is already available on the top menu, so which I'll be using from here. Okay, that's all in a File tab. If you have any doubts in a File tab, you can ask me.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me, ma.
Sorry to ask again, but ma'am, can you once again show when the laptop shuts off, how do we save data for every minute? That the first one.
Okay, the thing is, you are not saving it. Okay, see, I just gave auto recovery. So when I go for this file under this info, see, automatically recovery is happening under this info. Since I changed to 1 minute, it keeps on recovering the file. So whichever is the recent, other than that, you can remove the other things. So here, I'll delete this version. Yes, I will delete this. Done. So till where up time it will be available in this. To get automatically generated of my file, what I have to do? Automatically it has to keep recovering in case if I'm not saving. Then what I have to do? That is, you'll go for account. Sorry, it is options and save. Save. And here what you have an option here as Excel. By default, it will be 10. I've changed to 1. This is the place where it is going to save. And this is where all my default document file location. Whenever I just give directly Control S, it will show me this place. But I'm changing then to desktop. Okay, so you just need to change to 1 minute and click on OK. It is not only for this MCC college Excel sheet. For all the Excel sheet, whatever I am going to create, I am going to use for everything, it is applicable. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So which means I'm not saving here. If I'm saving, I will use Control S. This is auto recovery option. That's all. Okay. We are not saving it. Automatically, this Excel software is recovering our data. Clear, ma?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now we have this home tab. Home tab. Okay, finally we are coming to this. So clipboard, I'll come for the second one. Okay, first we'll start with the font. So what is this I'm having? This is the default font style. Default font style, how it has to appear. So here we have it as Calibri. Calibri. If I want to change, I can change whatever the style I need. I need it. Arial black. I'll change to this. Whichever you feel like choosing. Okay, based on your requirement, you go for whatever you want. Okay, so here by default, when you open a new Excel, this will be available in Calibri. Okay, and Then default font size. The default font size, you have it here as 11. There is something again in this default size, you have something minimum font size is given as 8 and maximum size what they have supported is 72. So see here, when I click on this, this is the size 11. 11. If I want to increase, I'll come here and select whichever the size I want. So this is where I've, okay, I've typed here, okay, I'll go for this. I'm increasing to 16. Now when I give my cell here, so it shows me 16 calibre. When I click here, calibre 11. Minimum calibre 11. This one. So I'm selecting here. So Berlin Sans 11. So 11 is your default font size. Okay, 11 is your default font size and your font minimum size is 8. Now you can see here, when I go here, the minimum size what is given is 8 and the maximum size given is 72. But after this I don't have, so the minimum size what is given is 8 and the maximum size what is given is 72. Now there is one more question. Can I not increase more than 72? Will I be able to increase or not? So yes, you can do. But after the 72, you cannot increase here. Whereas I can type here, I can give it as 80. See the size is increasing. Okay. I can even give it as 100. Increases. I can give it as 50. Right. The minimum size was 8. I can give it as 8. Okay, what about if I give less than 8? I'll give 5. See, that also will work. So by default, we have it as 11. The default font size is it is 11 and the minimum size given here is 8. Maximum size is 72. So I'm going to reduce this to some 16 I'll do. Okay. So default font style, Calibri, default font size 11. Clear anybody? Has a doubt? Anybody has a doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No,
Now,
ma'am.
yes, thank you, ma. So when I have this font, I have something below this as B, and then which is for bold, bold, where I have a B. Then I have a italic, which is for I, and then I have a underline. I have an underline, so U. Now, if I want to make this bold, that is dark, I can click on this. So it is becoming dark. Or I can use a shortcut key Control plus U. Sorry, Control plus B. Control B, let me press Control B. So it is bold, dark. And this is italic. You can click either on this. Okay, again I'll press here also I. Or you can also make here use of shortcut key Control I. Italic. Control I. Italic. Control B. Bold. Underline. You can click on this and I can also use a shortcut key Control with U. But when I use Control U, I'm getting only one underline. But for this U, I have one more option, drop down option. If I use Control U, one underline I'll get. I'll go for this drop down option. I can also use double underline if in case I required. If in case I required. Then I want to give a border for this. So you can go for this drop down option in a border where you would like to give at the bottom, at the top, at the left side, right side. No, if you have given a borders, you want to remove it, no borders. All the side I want, only outside I want to give. Outside I want a thick border, bottom double border I want. So here you have so many options. Okay. So many options. So whichever the option you would like to give, that you give. I'll go for all borders. Can you see here the borders? Why I'm not getting response? Am I audible or not again?
Yes, ma'am.
So bold, italic, underline, and then borders. Okay, I said you there is something which is minimum size, maximum size to increase where we are going with this. But other than this, we also have some more option here. In case if I want to increase, I have an option here, increase font size. You can click. As many times you click, it will increase. As many times you are clicking on the small a, it will decrease. If you ask me, is there a shortcut key for increasing and decreasing a shortcut key? Yes, we do have, but in Excel that doesn't support. In case if you need it, you can take down the font size. But let me tell you, this doesn't support in Excel. Increase font size and decrease font size. Okay, the shortcut key to increase is Control, Shift, and greater than arrow key. Increasing. For decreasing the same thing, but instead of greater than key, we use lesser than. But I'm saying you again, this doesn't support in Excel. Okay, this doesn't support in Excel. Okay, this doesn't support in your Excel. Just for your awareness, you can just keep this with you. You can try in Word, you can try in your presentations, PowerPoint, it will support. But whereas in Excel, this doesn't support. Okay, so to increase the font size, you can click on this. To decrease the font size, you can click on this. To increase and to decrease. Okay, and here if I want to give a colors at the background, so I can select this. Okay, or I want to give for all these things, I'll select this, hold the shift key, select all the cells, then I'll click on this, so highlighting. I don't want this yellow color, I want to change some other color, go for this drop down option, whichever the color you feel like choosing, pick that. Okay, and here I have something as letters. I've typed some letters. This letters also I would like to change to some other color. Go here, choose the color whatever you want. Okay, choose whatever the color you want and apply it. Okay, for this we don't have a shortcut keys. Okay, fill colors, you have an option, fill colors, and this is for your background color. Background color for cell or for your range, whatever you are selecting, a group of cells. So I'll just give here. Because I'm typing in this cell, but it is extending to the next cell. So because of that. If you want to know more about this, I will be teaching you again later. Okay. And the next one is text color. Next one is text color, or you can say it as font color. Okay, font color. So whatever you are typing data, that data you will have the colors. Okay, so say I'll give here as this one. I'll also make bold, I'll also make italic, I'll also give underline. It is your wish. I'll give one single underline. Again, to remove, control B, control U, control I. Let me give again, control B, control I, control U. You can apply for anything. Control B, bold I want, control I, italic I want, control U, underline I would like to give. So all three together also you can give. So I've covered all this font. You girls can try this. Next class I'll start with the clipboard. Fine. Why again no one is
Yes,
responding?
ma'am.
Yeah, please respond, Fatima.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Fatima.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, girls, then take care. Bye bye. We'll see you in next class tomorrow.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye
ma'am.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.